Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever it may be, and welcome to today's session, Hotel Accommodation, Hotel Accommodation, Other Insights, Exchange, and Product Briefings. Apologies for the delay, as we had to work out a couple of technical issues on the back end here, but I know with these virtual events, nothing is ever perfect. There are sometimes some technical things that we have to just attend to first. Now, before we get to today's session, I just want to introduce myself. If you don't know now, my name is Paul Brancan. I'm Director of Communications and External Affairs at the Pacific Asia Travel Association, and I will be your host for today. As always, I know many of you are familiar with Zoom, but just as a refresher, just let you know, we have, there's two functions at the bottom of your browser. There's a chat and a Q&A. For the chat function, feel free to say hello to the panelists and to the other delegates, where you're from, what do you do, any comments about the session today, feel free to drop them in the chat. However, if you have any questions, please do use the Q&A function as noted on your screen. Please do not submit any questions using the chat function. It's not easy for me to go back and forth between the chat and Q&A to look at questions from both of them. So please, any questions, please use the Q&A function. And as always, please do keep it professional and cordial. We have a great session ahead of us today. We'll hear from two presenters. They'll talk a little about, they'll give a product briefing on their respective accommodations, and then that'll be followed by a panel discussion, quick 10-15 minute panel discussion, and any questions you might have, feel free to drop them in the Q&A at any point during today's session. So without further ado, we'll move to our first speaker of the day. And from the Desaru Coast, we have the General Manager. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Olivia Oi. Olivia.
Hello, good afternoon, Paul. Thank you so much.
Hello. All right, over to you.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, thank you so much. Thank you, Pata, for giving me the opportunity to be here today with all of you to introduce you or maybe give a bit of product briefing about what you call the World Greatest Destination recognized by Times Magazine for 2021. So bear with me. I only have 8 minutes. I was informed that I only have 8 minutes to give a product briefing of a big destination. So I will try to make it short and sweet. And after the briefing, right, if you do have any things that you're not sure and you want more information, you can always reach out to me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen to give you, just 1 second. Can you see the screen, Paul, just to be sure?
Yes.
Okay, good. Clear. Okay, good. So this is Desaru Coast. So I'm not sure how many of you have been heard about Desaru Coast. It's a new destination. We actually have started fully operated since last year in June. Yeah. So it's right after the pandemic that we have to close for the whole destination until June. We start operating again, and that is really in full swing. all the property that under us was actually were actually started operation from June 2020. That was last year, 2021 now. Right, like what I said earlier, we are very honored and be recognized by Time Magazine, be one of the world greatest places in 2021. It's really a very big achievement. And I'm sure all of you can't wait to see how beautiful, this destination is, because it's world greatest places, And what is the whole destination about? You may be curious to know, right? What is it about? What do we have within the Desaru Coast? Okay, so within the destination, right? It's a development of 3,900 acres of land, and we are now in phase 1. So what do we have in phase 1? We actually have 4 hotels, which is Hard Rock, Westin, Anantara, and One and Only, all 5-star and above hotels that within the destination. We also have 2 golf courses that is under the branding of Ernie Els Club. One is called Ocean Course, one is called the Valley Course. Besides that, we also have 1 water theme park, one of the biggest world wave pool theme park in the world, called Adventure Water Park. And also 1 conference center, which is able to cater for different MICE events and also weddings and all that. Of course, how can a place operate without like eatery place and all that? We have altogether 21 restaurants across the whole 4 hotels and 4 spa and wellness center. Of course, again, it's across the 4 hotels that we have got. The best part, we are a beach destination. We are proud, I'm very proud to say I am working for a destination with 17-kilometer beautiful, unspoiled, pristine beach. Actually, many officer or many directors from Tourism Malaysia been visited us before. They kept telling us, right, how beautiful is our destination, how beautiful is our beach. They say, Olivia, is one of the best beach that you've got in Malaysia. Yes, I'm proud to say we are actually located at the east coast of Malaysia. Of course, that side of the world, right, have the gift of having a very beautiful beach. Within the whole destination, of course, there are some other activities. How can a destination compete without activities and all that? Okay, so where exactly is the what you call that, the destination? You may be curious, where exactly is the Desaru Coast? The Desaru Coast is actually very, very near Singapore. In like few seconds, you will be able to see in the slide, right? That would be to explain to you where exactly is the location, why I say it's so close to Singapore. Yes, if you're familiar with Malaysia, then the following things, right? You will be able to see where exactly is the location. Okay, there we go. This is the location of us. You can see this is where our little place is, Desaru Coast, the one of the best destination in 2021. They are from Kuala Lumpur, right? There are 2 ways to come to Desaru Coast. You can either drive all the way highway from Kuala Lumpur. It takes about 4 hours drive all the way highway from Kuala Lumpur to Desaru Coast. It's less than 400 kilometers the whole journey, and it's a very pleasant drive all the way from KL to Desaru Coast. For those who wants to take a flight, they tired of driving, they can actually take a flight from Kuala Lumpur to Johor Senai Airport, International Airport. It's 1 hour flight and another 1 hour journey from the airport to our destination. Remember, just now I say we are very, very near Singapore, and this is Singapore. I don't know whether you can see my pointer, as I pointed. There are 2 ways from Singapore to come to us. One of the way is through the ferry, and we have just got our ferry terminal completed. Desaru Coast Ferry Terminal is not yet in operation. The reason of we are not yet in operation is because of the pandemic. There's no ferry, the international border is closed. There's no point of us for us to operate a ferry terminal when there's no passenger. Of course, once our international border is open, and when we are ready to receive international travel, the ferry terminal will be ready for all of you. Okay, it's either you take a ferry from Tanah Merah, Singapore to Desaru Coast ferry terminal. It takes about 1 hour 30 minutes, the whole journey. It's all the way ferry to the land. And the ferry terminal is only less than 5 minutes to all the hotels and attractions. Okay, so besides taking a ferry to from Singapore to Desaru, you can also choose to go on road, by road or via Causeway Link or the Tuas Highway. Okay, so the destination is a big destination. We have internet shuttle, that ferry is a free shuttle service, right, to ferry guests within the whole destination to move around from one hotel to another, for different dining experience and all that. Okay, like what I said earlier, it's going to be a short 8 minutes, like maybe less than 8 minutes, kind of like pitch about the destination. I won't go much. I will let the pictures speak 1,000, people say pictures speaks 1,000 words. Yeah, so I will let the picture tell the story to you all, what Desaru Coast is all about, okay? Yep, let me show you. This is our Hard Rock Hotel with 365 rooms. Our Westin with 275 rooms altogether. Beautiful room with sea view. This is Anantara with 123 keys altogether. Different room category. The one and only Desaru Coast. Ocean suite, rainforest suite, depending on your liking. Look at the beautiful private beach. Of course, a destination is incomplete without experiences for everyone's need. It's a beach destination, water sport, of course. Ecotourism tours. If you like green and all that, yeah, this is the place. Bird watching, mangrove tour, outdoor activities, all sorts. I just want to tell you, right, Desaru Coast has it all. Desaru Coast has a lot of things and waiting for you to explore. Of course, these are the still photo, beautiful image that we have got and all that. The next one, what I'm going to show you is a short welcome video showcasing you and telling you how exactly a Desaru Coast like. So you stay here, for the video. I'm going to welcome you to Desaru Coast. I give you, it's more like a teaser for you wanting to come to Desaru. Yeah.
This is Desaru Coast. Good thing about being in Desaru is that you are surrounded with nature. It is a good place for you to relax and unwind. So come with me for a walk with nature. Come. Yes, now you do it.
Bring your A game. Let's tee off together. We have everything you need to get you going.
We can't wait to see you, so come on over and enjoy some paradise.
Come and talk to me about wellness at the Westin Desaru Coast.
Come and be my jogging buddy.
I love my job because perfection gives me satisfaction, and I hope you enjoy your stay with us.
Welcome to Briefings.
This is one of the biggest good food in the world. So let's serve.
Welcome to Anantara Spa. I love working in the spa because it's so calm, and I hope you feel the same.
Here at Anantara Desaru Coast, we are very well known for our spice food, whereby you will be able to learn how to prepare Malaysian cuisine and also Thai cuisine. Come and join us at Anantara Desaru Coast.
Hi guys, welcome to Hard Rock Hotel Desaru Coast. Let's rock on.
You're never too young to rock. Come on, Hard Rock Hotel.
Hi, my name is Dini. I like to come to work every day because I can be a rock star.
I hope to start receiving a lot of inquiry from all of you. Olivia, I can't wait to visit the Saru Coast. Yes. This is how beautiful it is, especially, all of us have not been like traveling for a long, long time. After seeing this beautiful place and all that, right, I'm sure that, your interest has been triggered and you can't wait to be here with me at the Saru soon. Yeah, I am actually very looking forward to welcome all of you to the Saru Coast. Yes. Well, that's it. I hope I'm still within the 8 minutes.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So, okay, hold on a second. I'm just trying to go through some questions here. We did have a question. But I'll start with one question myself. I mean, in terms of it's a very beautiful accommodation, very beautiful destination, and I saw a comment there that someone actually said it was beautiful as well. So, in terms of like guidelines and protocols, I mean, has the staff there been 70% been fully vaccinated? Do you have guidelines in place, certification from the Malaysian government or from Tourism Malaysia? Has that been implemented yet at the Desaru Coast?
Yeah, I think, like any other destination in the world, right? So all of us are preparing to the reopening of the business. We can't get over the pandemic and all that. So we had actually started receiving a domestic traveler back to like before another lockdown in Malaysia recently for the past, since May, right? We already start in operation. All the, SOP, the protocol required as per the government requirement has been fully confirmed with, it's important, how important to boost up the confidence of the traveler, how safe and how good is a destination in terms of like taking care the SOP, on all that. Yes, all the staff, I must say, almost all our staff has been like, going through all the vaccination and all that. We are almost achieving 100% of all the vaccination and all that for within our own property, of course, because the destination is big. There are many other like hotels that is not belong to us and beyond our control. And for the certification from the Tourism Malaysia and all that, I think the tourism board and also the authority is working on this on a more global or general basis for the whole industry in Malaysia, for the whole travel industry or even hotel accommodation industry in Malaysia, giving the certificate for like with certain criteria meet and all that. We heard about, they are working on it, but we haven't really seen something going through yet to us in certifying, what level you are and all that. But I'm sure the relevant authority are working on this.
So once it's available, you'll immediately apply for it.
Sorry, say again?
So once it's available, you'll immediately apply for it.
Yeah, of course. You'll be proudly put it that, okay, we are there. But then again, right? Or we can only do this much. Who you are, what you have done, and it's still like it's a global kind of like it's all everyone have to work together. The traveler have to be a responsible traveler. The operator has to be a responsible operators and all that. It's everyone's responsibility. It can't just us, I guess. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We do have a question here for you. The question for you is from Christopher Astadan. He's asking, can we book directly to the hotel, or do we need to go through a local tour operator if we are from another country?
I think it all depends on you, right? You see, like if you are a regular to Malaysia, right, and you are very familiar with all the transportation arrangement and all that, of course, you can always book direct via desarucoast.com, or you can, book through the local agent here in Malaysia, local tour operators in Malaysia or in overseas, who I'm sure, right, they will be able to find a way to connect with us for the best recommendation of best tour operators, to bring you along. Yeah. So it's there are a lot of options that we can offer. But if you do have mishaps and all that, you can always reach me. I will type my contact at the chat group later, so you all can check it out. My contact, you can either like email to me or WhatsApp me directly if you have any inquiry about the destination.
You can also, I guess, visit your virtual booth, right? So
yes,
you can ask, you can visit their booth. There's representatives there that are very happy to answer any questions you might have. I'm sure you have brochures and other materials that they can also download and save for themselves. All right, we'll be back with Olivia. We'll come back to the panel discussion just after the next presenter. So Olivia, thank you so much.
Thanks,
and I'll see you in about 10 minutes, but don't go anywhere. All right.
I will stay tuned.
Okay. All right. So we've just heard from Desaru Coast, and now we're going to move to Nepal, and we'll hear from the CEO of Temple Tiger Group of Companies. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Rita Pradhan. Rita? Hello, Rita.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Paul, first of all. Good morning from Nepal, and good afternoon, good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to take this opportunity to extend my heartiest congratulations for organizing this virtual part-up travel platform. I was sharing the screen. I hope you all can you see the screen?
If you can just put it in presenter view. You're also getting a little feedback from your end. I think you have another.
Can you see the screen?
I can see the screen, but can you please put it in presenter view? Oh, just from beginning. Go to view. Next to review, you can go to view. Keep going right, keep going right. You have transitions, animation, slideshow review. Click view at the top of your screen. You can also go down to the bottom right-hand side of the screen, and there's an icon that looks right next to the size. You can click on that. Hi, Rita?
Yeah.
You still there? Okay.
Normal view?
Hello, yes. If could you please start your presentation, share your screen, and just go to presenter mode, full screen, and you can start your presentation. Just similar like we did before we started. Okay. You can go to slideshow up top. Move your cursor up to the top. Slideshow. From beginning. Just click just on the top, go up from beginning. Up from current slide. Up, there you go. There you go. All set.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Like I said, I would like to thank everybody for giving me organizers for giving me the opportunity to speak on this forum. Share my views, I would say. As some of you are already aware and you have explained, I have been working in the capacity of CEO for the past 10 years with Temple Tiger Group of companies. Talking about the country Nepal, it boasts widespread cultural diversity, which is showcased in the heritage sites and temples in Kathmandu alone. There are 7 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. 8 of the top 10 mountain peaks in the world are within the borders of Nepal. Okay, and the lowest point in Nepal is 100 meters, while it boasts, everybody knows that the highest peak is the Mount Everest, which crosses over 8,848 meters. Due to the diverse geographic nature, Nepal is also home to several endangered species, wherein we have 185 species of mammals, including a Bengal tiger, 1 horned rhinoceros, and 852 species of birds. Let me just say that BBC, CNN, TripAdvisor have always listed Nepal as one of the must-visit destinations in the world. Hence, Nepal falls in the most of the travelers' bucket list to travel once the pandemic is over. Our present objective is to promote Nepal as a safe tourist destination. We follow in all health protocols as we abide by the WHO. The government of Nepal is working vigorously on the safety modes and to promote healthy tourism. I think we can cover this up on the question and answer session in regards to this. So basically, the government is promoting, trying to come up with various things that they can. Despite of all the odds of this pandemic, we have seen 4,000 room nights coming over in various destinations like Kathmandu, Chitwan, and Pokhara for the improvement of the sector. The creation of Venture Travels is affiliated to Temple Tiger. Basically, this is a sister concern of Temple Tiger. Temple Tiger, Venture Travels, this came into existence through the support of our visitors. Venture Travel now offers trips to Nepal, Bhutan, India, and not to forget Tibet. We work very closely with our hotels as we work with very prominent tour operators from USA, UK, and Europe, including Asia. As a destination management company, we cater to adventure tourism, cultural tourism, and of course, wildlife tourism, to name a few. We include packages with ultralights, paragliding, bungee jumping, etc. From the very beginning, we have been really passionate about protecting the very destinations that sustain our business. As I mentioned, Temple Tiger Group of companies stays over, and you can see on the slide our sister concerns. Here is what we boast about. This is our Temple Tiger Green Jungle Resort. The name Temple Tiger actually came from the book Jim Corbett, who had written a book named Temple Tiger. Has anybody heard about it or read the book? Give me a thumbs up if you have. Okay. Basically, the executive chairman came up with his passion for wildlife to create this property and the product. He is a PATA member as well as a member of various organizations, domestic and international. Here at Temple Tiger, what we do is like, we have basically partnered with our indigenous societies to come up with a CRS project movements. We work with the people to cultivate them jobs within the same area. We have actually 20 villas, which is all separated by single-handedly. And moreover, what we practice is, we practice renewable energy at Green Jungle Resort, and we are a completely eco-friendly and 100% plastic-free resort. As you see in the earlier picture, we have basically with the park rangers and the security agencies coming together for a good cause. Our community-based programs basically work on projects like scholarship programs, paying salaries of the local schools, donations for community-based projects. And then moreover, what we do is like, we invest more on the training of the staff for the upliftment of the skills of the professionals. Let me just flaunt a little bit about the organization. Our conservation efforts were actually recognized as early as 2001, when we were commended at the British Airways Tourism for Tomorrow Awards. Our resort has also been awarded the Best Green Resort by the Asia Pacific Travel Writers Association in 2000. Moreover, we have received Green Leaf Award for environmentally responsible tourism. We do not advertise, but then word of mouth gives us business to Temple Tiger as well as to Venture Travels. So what I would like to say is like, despite of all the odds, Temple Tiger believes in promoting the destination through Venture Travels, making travel feasible for everybody. Finally, what I would like to say is like, with our conservation activities, Temple Tiger focuses on all the things that needs to be done. We are following all the new normals, and to actually utilize the time during this pandemic season, what we have done is like we've planted more trees in our resort and the nearby buffer zone area. We have also conducted cleaning campaigns in the buffer zone area to preserve cleanliness. I truly hope this virtual part of travel platform will attribute to the diverse cultural, natural, and historical heritage of Sun and China as a whole. I wish you all the success for the virtual mart. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much, Rita. I think you had you have a little sound thing at the just before, but I think it's good now. Just regarding Nepal, I mean, is Nepal currently open to international travelers?
Yes, Nepal actually, you know what has Nepal done is like for NRNs, we have just opened up the on arrival visas at the airport. But then for travelers, the flights are open. That is a good sign by the government, but wherein you have to stay, even though despite of the vaccinations, 2 doses of vaccinations, you still have to stay on a 10-day quarantine. Earlier in April, when it was a mountaineering trekking season, the government had opened up the boundaries and the borders and the flights, saying a person who was going for a trekking need not stay on a quarantine. But after the, let's say, the trekking over with the trekking season, they've come up with this scheme.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you much. We don't have any. If you have any questions for Rita, please do feel free to drop it in the Q&A. If not, I will invite Olivia back, and we'll just do a quick panel discussion, talk about just some common themes, I guess, from both your respective hotels. So I know that most of everyone during the pandemic has shifted to a domestic travel. I just want to find out, how you guys have adapted. Have you shifted to domestic travelers? Are there any other things that you've done to help generate revenue? I guess because I assume that revenue has been down across the board for everybody. But any other innovative things that you might have done to sort of help with your cash flows? Olivia, do you want to?
No, I think, for now, right, the focus is still very much on the domestic market. And we know, there's the only way that for us to be able to manage our cash flow there's very much a short-term kind of like approach, while we are working on the long-term approach, to welcome the international traveler to come back. Yeah, it's very much domestic industry, domestic traveler. And we are happy, like that, that help us to be able to get a low-hanging fruit for now, kind of like, offer. And also while waiting for the international market, right, where, when the demand is high, right, the price will be higher relatively. It's also a good chance for the local to be able to start, to be the first one, to experience a destination. And if there's anything that we need to improve, we will take it up from there to serve the world. Yeah.
So a bit of a testing period for using the local market as the test to improve your product.
Not really a testing market, but then we love locals. It's different. I think managing the local market and also international market is a bit different. But we are happy, for doing that. Yeah, this is the least thing that we can do. Yeah. And it applies to everyone. It applies, I guess, for any part of the world, right? Domestic market, right, is the only market that they are working, except for like Phuket, that that you guys already open for international traveler.
And Rita, what about yourself? How have you been managing during the pandemic? Have you shifted to sort of the domestic market as well?
What I would like to say is like, let's say we faced Spanish flu, plague, SARS, and bird flu and everything. But then which lasted less than 2 years or so. I mean, like within the range of 1 to 2 years. Whereas this pandemic has almost now crossing by 2 years, and we don't know when it is going to end. So that is a big question mark, I would say, which is drooling and creating a kind of a insecurity within the tourism stakeholders. So having said that, I would say that, like Olivia said, domestic market is the only market we have to concentrate now because we don't have anything else. But then the best part is we have corporate clients visiting Temple Tiger because, as I mentioned, our resort has what we have a system is like we've got a check and balance system. We I think we can come back to that later, or we are practicing all new normals, checking the having a thermometer, checking all of the sanitization of the staff as well as of the clients and the guests coming in. So what we have is like the corporate clients, the embassies, the guests, the embassy staff who are residing out here need to go somewhere. They have to find somewhere. I mean, like just staying out in your house or your apartment, doing the online work that you're supposed to do, or maybe bound to office and back home, that is limited. So these clients are there to support us a bit. And that is a blessing in disguise, I would say, basically, rather than, you know how.
Oh, I think she might have froze there.
Could be network problem. It could be a connection problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I said, as I said in the beginning thing, you can never control the technical aspects of these virtual events, right? That's, I do miss physical events, but we make with what we do, right? We have to evolve to the current situation. While she's gonna unfreeze, I'll just go back to you, Olivia. Have you been taking the time to create new products at Desert Coast, or upskill your staff? I mean, what else have you been doing sort of during this pandemic?
You mean for within our own destination?
Yes.
Yeah, we already have 4 hotels, 2 golf courses, the water park, and all these are big investment and all that. The what you call it, the hardware of all these are already ready. So I think what we are working on very much right on our side is tidy up the customer data and all that, and prepare for the good time to come. Yeah, that is very much preparing ourselves to receive the yet to recover, hopefully soon to recover market. Yeah. So other than that, right, it's more on like working very closely with other third-party service providers or offerings, right, to see what else that we can work closely together to promote the destination as a whole. Maybe perhaps like it will be working together with other product outside us and all that. What would be the best thing that to look at when the market reopen? Because I guess when the market reopen, what people are looking at will be a lot more products, because traveling is no longer so easy by then, I guess. So once you travel, perhaps the length of stay will be increased. With the increased length of stay, right, you need more things to do. So that will be something we have to look into it and working on it to provide the best experiences for those who come to our destination or Malaysia in general.
Well, you touched on something, talking about your suppliers. I mean, during the pandemic has created sort of a supply disruption, right? Supply chain disruption. I mean, how has that affected both your destinations or accommodations? I mean, Rita, has that affected you in any way? Sort of any supply disruptions that you have for on your end?
I think the supplier part is not so much.
I'll let Rita go first, and Olivia.
So should I speak or?
Rita's back. Rita?
Yeah.
Rita's back. Okay. So then I back off.
No, it's okay. What has happened is, like, as a destination management company, Venture Travels has basically it's drastically affected, because we are almost 90% of our business is wholesaler market, and 10% is FIT. So this, you can imagine how hardly hit we have been, like all others. But then, having said that, there have been, you will be amazed, I had a traveler April 1st, I think mid of April, I had a traveler before the pandemic. She said, I want to come and visit your resort, stay for almost around 3 weeks. I said, do you really want to come? Yes, I'm vaccinated, 2 times vaccinated, cleared out. I just need to meet your elephants. I need to be at your resort. I said, hats off to you. Come over. And she stayed over for 3 weeks. What happened was like, yeah, she stayed over, and that was the first, after 12, I think after over a year, that was the single passenger Venture Travels had. And I said, hooray, I have at least one passenger. That is, I mean, like, see time from where we've gone to where. This is what, and we have to live with it. Now she's again writing to me saying, hey, Rita, I want to come in October. Can I? So I have told her, hold your breath, hold on, have patience, nearer to the day. I will let you know if you can or not, because the situation might aggravate just like that. So that's how things are. And of course, coming back to your question, it has immensely affected the tourism and hospitality industry. Of course, us. But then we've got to live with this. Live with this and promote new destinations, create something that the domestic market will appeal. Come down on the prices, negotiate with the hotels, give them takeaways, so that at least they feel, okay, I get in this price, if I get a dinner free or a champagne free or a glass of wine free, hey, that's well and good. So these are small little things we are working on to create our resort and our like the Venture Travels actually is trying to promote Temple Tiger among the domestic market.
And Olivia, you were going to say something? Feel free.
Well, about supplier, I guess, I think, we're still within the countries and all that, right? The disruption is not too bad and all that. We have been, I guess, everyone working would have their regular supplier to work on and all that. There's not much of disruption about, the supply chain. Of course, with all that, right, we don't know when, a lot of planning is needed. So we always encourage our domestic market and all that to book earlier, so we can provide better surveys in terms of supplies and all that. That is important, I guess, at the end of the day, it's about planning. If you plan ahead, right, you shouldn't have much problem in terms of the supplies and all this, yeah. So it's all about planning, yeah, getting your customer data, tidy up, do some housekeeping to see who like to visit and where are they from. So from there, perhaps that everyone will be able to have a better strategy or planning, ahead to see how to do and what to do. Yeah, when the time we have to scale down, then we have to scale down. Yeah, so when good time coming, then let's prepare for the scale up.
All right, I think we're just out of time. So thank you so much, Rita, and thank you so much, Olivia. If you have any questions, there weren't any questions here, but if you have any questions, feel free to visit either their booths. I'm sure there's a representative there that can help you answer any questions, or you want to find out more about their destinations, accommodations, feel free to visit their booth. Very easy to see using the map. Again, it's Desaru Coast and Tiger Temple companies. So thank you so much, Olivia, and thank you so much, Rita. And with that, I'll let you guys
thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Paul. Nice meeting you, Rita.
Thank you, Paul. Pleasure meeting you, Olivia. I guess the paths will surely cross.
Hopefully, I will
see everyone soon.
Yes, sooner rather than later, right? We can all safely travel again. Thank you so much.
Paul, yeah, Paul, can I request you something? There are so
Sure.
many people in the chat. I can see, I mean, like 28 participants over there. Why don't we take a, I mean, like the Paul or somebody from the PATA headquarters take a collective picture as a memory?
My team will take a picture of us. The other ones are attendees, so I can't move them all into panelists. So, but my team will be taking photos of this. I'm happy to
Okay.
share them with you, so you can share them. You can share them
Okay,
on
sure.
your social media, and of course, tag us and hashtag PTM 2021, and that goes for any of our attendees. Feel free to take a screenshot and share some of the insights you've learned from today's session, or for any of the sessions you've seen over the past day and a half. So with that, thank you so much. I'll do a quick wrap up, but I'll let you guys both leave.
Our
Take care,
pleasure.
and
Our
Bye.
pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So we just heard from Olivia and Rita, I said from Desert Coast and Temple Tiger Group of Companies. And thank you so much to both of them for presenting and just having a quick talk about their destinations and accommodations. Thank you, of course, to all of you for joining us for the session. Of course, for joining us for PATA Travel Mart 2021. Hopefully next year we will be, doing this in person or at least a hybrid format, and we won't have a virtual. But in this current situation, thank you so much for joining us today and yesterday. I just want to give you a couple updates about what's coming up next. Later this afternoon at 3:30, we have our PTM forum. Here's some from destinations from Southeast Asia, West Asia, and South Asia, Azerbaijan, Nepal, and the Tourism Authority of Thailand. So feel free to join me. I will be hosting and moderating that session. So please do join us and hear about what is happening in destination directly from their mouths. Later after that, we have a game and video destination experience. So it'll be a fun time with my colleagues over on the events team. So please do join us at 3:30 later today. So I just want to remind you, all times are in GMT +8. So that is in China time. We have walk-in meetings later today as well, from 6 to 7. So if you're a buyer, a trade visitor, or media, you can do a walk-in meeting between 6 and 7 later today. Today is not the last day of the event. We have 2 more days. It's our trade visitor days. So trade visitors can have a chance to any point during the day, meet with any of the sellers, one-to-one chat, schedule a meeting. So you can do that on both Saturday and Sunday. There's also another game tomorrow at 2 p.m. And then on Sunday, there is a game at 2 p.m. as well. It's bingo. I'm sure many of you know how to play bingo. And then we have our official online closing remarks from the PATA CEO and our host, Le Shan. So please do join us. Today is not the last day. There's 2 more days still to come. And with that, again, thank you to our host, the Le Shan Cultural and Tourism Bureau, as well as our official event partner, the Sichuan International Travel Expo, and of course, the official virtual platform partner, Dragon Trail International, and our contributing partners, Armed Consultants, Tide Square, and Luxury and Boutique Hotels and Destinations. Do you have any questions about today's sessions or about any of the sessions that have passed, or anything about PTM? Feel free to email me at paul@pata.org. If you want to know more about PATA, feel free to visit our website. Right there, it's www.pata.org. And with that, that's the end of the session, and I will see you later this afternoon. Thank you very much. Thank you again to our PATA members, partners, PATA Life members, chapter members for their continued support of the association. Without that, none of this would be possible. Thank you. Take care. Stay safe. See you soon. Bye.